I've been waiting a long time for a fold like this, and now that Samsung has given us a Z Fold 8 wide aspect ratio, I'm kind of disappointed. So Samsung just unveiled the all-new Z Fold 8, Z Fold 8 Ultra, and Z Flip 8. I'm most interested in the wider Z Fold 8. That is now the base fold phone. Going forward, I guess Samsung has officially made the wider aspect ratio one the official Z Fold 8. I've been asking Samsung for an aspect ratio like this one for such a long time. I was super excited to see them finally announce the Z Fold 8 wide version of their foldables. But there's some compromises with this phone, and let's talk about all of that. First of all, aspect ratio displays. This is exactly what I'm looking for. The inner foldable display is a 7.6 inch, 3000 nits, so it's bumped up from last year's Z Fold 7, and it has a 4:3 aspect ratio, which means watching content is going to be so much better on a 4:3. You're still going to have the black bars, but just not as much as something like the Z Fold 7, which had a very weird aspect ratio. It was just very difficult to watch content on because the size that you were actually watching content here was almost the same as a regular smartphone. So yes, it was great for multitasking, but not so much for watching content. This kind of fixes that. You're gonna have more space for watching content, which is nice. Even the outer display, the 5.5 inch display on the Z Fold 8, I appreciate that because it's a little bit easier to use with one hand, and that's the point of a foldable. You pull out your phone, you have an easier display to use on the outside, and when you want that bigger display, you just simply unfold it. But for most things, you can get it done on that smaller display on the outside, which I appreciate. The Z Fold 8 is also lighter than last year's Z Fold 7 and the Z Fold 8 Ultra from this year, so I always appreciate a lighter folding phone because that just means it's easier to put in your pocket and carry it around with you. So the phone is smaller, more compact, lighter, and the inner display is just going to be better for watching content and even reading books. That 4:3 aspect ratio just seems a little bit more natural for reading content on that device. You're also getting a 4,800 milliamp hour battery, which is a bump up from last year's Z Fold 7, which was 4,300. So battery life should be improved, and you're getting the same Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, which is inside the Z Fold 8 Ultra. All of that is great. The displays are amazing. The performance looks to be great, but there are some major compromises as well, and let's get into that. First of all, the cameras. Samsung just didn't give us the best camera hardware in a foldable on the regular Z Fold 8. They saved that for the Z Fold 8 Ultra, which I get. They're charging $200 more, so you're gonna get better cameras here. But I just wish they would have made the Z Fold 8 Ultra with this aspect ratio instead of giving us the same aspect ratio as last year's Z Fold 7 on the Z Fold 8 Ultra, if that makes sense. First of all, you're getting a 50 megapixel wide main camera sensor. 50 megapixel. Last year's Z Fold 7, which I have here, was 200 megapixel. The Z Fold 8 Ultra is 200 megapixel. This year's Z Fold 8, the wide version, 50 megapixels. Now it also comes with an ultra wide, which is also 50 megapixels. That's a bump up from last year's Z Fold 7, and that's on par with the Z Fold 8 Ultra. But here's the other problem. You're missing now a telephoto sensor on the Z Fold 8. So you only have two cameras on the Z Fold 8. They're not at the level of a Z Fold 8 Ultra or even the Z Fold 7 from last year. And you're missing a sensor that allows you to get optical zoom and better digital zoom, which means you're making a compromise when it comes to the camera experience. Now, when it comes to the price tag, that is nice to see. It's about $1,900. That's $100 cheaper than the Z Fold 7 from last year and $200 cheaper than the Z Fold 8 Ultra from this year that they just announced. But when you compare it to last year's phone, you're paying $100 less for a worse camera experience, better battery life, yes, slightly better performance, and a different aspect ratio, which I can argue is worth it. Having that aspect ratio is something I definitely am looking forward to trying out, but I just wish that Samsung would have given us the Z Fold 8 Ultra with this aspect ratio. This is what I've been asking for. No compromises, better aspect ratio, and it just didn't happen this year. The phone I'm most excited for this year, the Z Fold 8, the wider version, has compromises. And if you do want a better camera experience, you pay those $200 more, but you don't have the same aspect ratio. You're still stuck with the same thing as last year's Z Fold 7. So this is my dilemma with the Z Fold this year. I really like what Samsung did, and then I really don't like what they did. Will I still want to purchase it and try it out? Of course. Is it going to be worth that $1,900 price tag? I don't know. I will give Samsung credit. The price went down when everyone is raising their prices, so that's nice to see. But I just wish I didn't have to compromise on the camera experience to get this aspect ratio that I wanted. But what do you guys think of the Z Fold 8? Am I just being a little bit over dramatic when it comes to the camera experience? Let me know with the comment down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos just like this one on tech news, reviews, and opinions, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos, and I'll see you on the next one.